My lord, you are not far from the last soul, Aegon. Which is the final hurdle in the way of your obtaining all the soul seals. This last encounter is filled with unknown variables, so make sure you are fully prepared. I also suggest tying up any unfinished business to minimize any risk later down the road. What does that mean? What are you implying? Interested in what's going to actually go down here. That looks like a little boss room. Okay, so... yeah, then how do I get any of this other stuff? Also, I don't think this works because we fell down here. Good. I'm missing two things. Presumably... so, like, if we're at endgame, what do I do with door? This and door, I think, are basic... no, if it's two things, it's that and this. But then what is door? I'm a little confused. I guess I'm going back to home for a second. Like the upper thing, technically speaking, I might be able to skull jump to maybe get higher. Maybe. There's nothing else for me to buy but the dark thing, so no one has anything to say to me. I feel like extremely confused about this, actually. I mean, I guess I can go kill the Wrecking Ball man. I can't do an extra double jump. That's not a legal move. That sneak attack really just did numbers on you, huh? I want you to just let me climb. Okay, so it has to be you. There it is. I just needed to go away. I'm assuming that's what they want. But that doesn't help me with the other thing. Although that guy respawns as well. Hey! So what's in the big chest? Can be used to strengthen our arrows. Leave me alone. Unless if my, I think I still have the jades attached, right? Unless if this does work. Does any of these help? Or internal damage, knockback. Mod counter, continuous unbounds. Not really. None of those really help me with what I'm trying to do. I don't really need this anymore. This is the recovery rate of internal damage. Yeah, this is all health related, so not really anything useful. Hmm. I mean, I think if this would have worked, it would have worked already. I think I've had him close enough to... It was the explosion from him specifically. Okay, well, not the talisman, but the... Right, and that makes sense. I did see that happen before. Cool. So... What about the door, though? My best bet is just to make my way all the way down here again. Yeah, because I did explode them previously. That makes sense. I was somewhat on the right track, just the wrong solution. I think my talisman thing should have also worked, though. It was conceptually the same thing, though. Radius of explosion. I mean, we'll upgrade. Do I even... I don't quite have enough money, but basically we have enough money. One last upgrade on arrows. Go over here. Thought you said you were leaving. Well, we don't really need to actually use this stuff up. So we'll keep those memories. I almost feel bad now for using, Tron's Bitcoin and the, other unique ones that I've used up. Which is like the, big ring and... something else. I already forgot what it was. Yep, so that should just be everything. Money's not an issue. So now, if I'm correct, we should be able to... Also, this doesn't matter. I guess it depends on, if the boss has, like, ads, this could be useful. Physical strength to fight. Oh, health recovery. No additional... Yeah, health recovery probably, if that is going to be useful in any way, but I doubt it. And you have nothing? It's weird for this to be, like, endpoint, because I feel like... Maybe if I, like, rest a bunch... I feel like these people need to leave to go do something else, but they aren't. But we do, I think, have everything. So, I don't think there's much else for us to do but to do this. Which I'm also not really confident is going to be it. Because, like I said, I think there's still 2 more things missing here. 2 more datas. But whatever, I guess we'll do this thing. Probably should have changed my Jade out. Gotta remember to do that when we get in here. I kind of wondered how effective really those other Jades were for us. These not these ones, obviously. These ones over here. Like, we're in a smooth spot with our experience and our gen collection. But, like, I don't know, the Tao fruit were definitely doing the heavy lifting. Alright, so this one we want. Endure fierce combat. Cover some internal damage. Recovery rate wouldn't be awful. And these are kind of whatever. This, like, is useful. Probably still want to use it, but if anything, I would want to maybe get rid of this one the most. We have 5 available slots. Last stand is potentially usable. Break the cauldrons and sinks and boats makes your last stand. I mean, that kind of maybe could work decently with that too. I doubt I would really be using this too much since it's not really in my muscle memory. Even with, I know I've looked through these so many times. I know it's probably annoying at this point, but I do kind of need to just double check them. More capacity. I mean, internal damage, I guess, doesn't mean much if we just keep being aggressive. We can revive that really quickly. Capacity by 1 after executing a precise parry, gain 2 charges and take some internal damage. I don't think that's really worth it, though. Projectiles can be deflected. Right after... Again, this one could be potentially useful. Knockback. Knockback seems like that really should be a 1 slot kind of thing. Part of your internal damage to the enemy after a successful unbound. Size parry to inflict internal damage to the enemy. I mean, those wouldn't be too bad. Charge is not happening that often. Shadow Strike, again, that's potentially useful. I almost really want to go for a 3 slot one just because we have room for a 3 slot one. Triple slash inflict much higher damage. Attack speed, but we take damage. Size parry will completely end charge. Reduces time required to execute charge strikes. Attach a talisman, immobilize, simultaneous, interrupt, and then these are all the whatever. Toss that on. Just some bonus damage. What did I have on before? Didn't I have a lot more on? I mean, like, that's... Well, you know. We'll see when we get through it, I guess. I shouldn't really focus too much on just assuming that this is going to be great and we're, like, stuck with this. But that seems kind of like the, that one's just a depressed person up there. That seems like an alright setup for now, at least. Bam! Bam! Oh. A little bit more than, I thought we were, like, walking right into it. Are we not? Do we have, like, way more zone? There's a guy here! There's many guys here! There's a Tao fruit here! I can't go in. Oh, shit! Nailed it. Great timing. He must have heard me when I was stomping about. It'd be really funny if that was a real Tao fruit that I get, like, more experience from. Ooh, many logs. Origin era, year 450, winter. 1 out of 20? I've never seen a catastrophe like this. Tanhao will spread all throughout Pinglai. No Solarian will be spared, including myself. However, during this chaotic time, the Tandao Council was able to maneuver itself to the top. This has helped us secure an unprecedented amount of support and resources. Our new Kunlun Research Center will bring back all the Feng Shi technologies. I must live up to everyone's hopes and find that cure. That is our current mission. The world will know that science is our only hope. I guess it makes sense that we have like a little bit. There's like another log. A little bit of information because we didn't really have a lot of build up for Aegon here. I also, do we know why she tried to kill Yi? I'm saying it with an L again. I would have thought it had something to do with Hing, but she seemed to have just died on the home planet. So what actually transpired? Origin era, year 452, spring 4/8. Also, I probably shouldn't bother asking. I'm sure we will learn about that when we actually, like, confront the character. While I was speaking in the Zai Kingdom, a severely injured young boy was put in front of me. He had suffered serious injuries from an explosion. I did not expect him to survive to the next day. I wonder who she's talking about. Miraculously, it seemed like the primordial roots was helping him regenerate the damaged organs and tissue. Using my rhizomatic stabilizer, the young man not only made a full recovery, his body also exhibited an unprecedented symbiosis between Solarian cells and genetic material from the primordial roots. This data may lead us to even more breakthroughs. Have I been blessed by the heavens? Is the rhizomatic whatever majigger the thing in the center of our chest? I'm gonna gloss through that real quick. Origin. Team the primordial roots was helping him regenerate the damaged organs and tissues. The stabilizer, the young man not only made a... What did it do? It sounds like the roots were doing the heavy lifting and then you like shoved something in there. Like, I guess the idea is obviously that it helped. Like, XY chromosomes? Is that what the left and right there mean? Ah! These guys always come at me too fast. Also, in hindsight, realize now that they were shielded. Like, huh? Taking a lot of damage. I don't know why I bothered picking that up. Like a lot more here than I expected. Did an awful job at timing that. Also, I don't know where I'm going. Mostly feels like backwards. Bonus chest. Oh, all that money we need. Well, obviously, so that means that there's stuff here, but it doesn't give us a map data for it. Which is a little bit annoying. Maybe we will get one more jade slot. I kind of doubt it, honestly, because I think we're at like an even number of jade slots. I wasn't ready for the, for this to be here. Nailed it. Totally ready for a boss fight. Oh, there's spikes. I'll be honest, I almost didn't see that one. Yo, more data? Keep forgetting I have to hack the data? I probably should pay attention to the log order. Well, origin era, year 468, winter 1223. My assumption is just that it goes in order, but there's a good chance it isn't. Fantastic. We have found a new ray of hope on the eve of the launch. Our research was totally misguided. We need not rely on the primordial roots to eternal life for Solarians. With data from G's cells, we'll not only develop a serum for Tanhao, we'll also be able to achieve true immortality. Yeah, but we'll be goo monsters. I believe we can overcome any and all challenges we face. A Solarian that can live for thousands of years without any genetic modification. The source of Ji's vitality differs vastly from that of Kang Hao or Li. Well, Kang Hao was just modification entirely, right? But this information needs to be concealed, especially from Yi. We can't afford any more missteps at this junction. Well, yeah, I didn't know about any of this, but why? Why was Yi not privy? Foundation era, year 2, autumn 1023. Despite not meeting expectations, we already have a prototype for the cure. The next step will be to test the cure on our test subjects. After several rounds of observation, adjustment, and additional testing, we should be able to perfect the serum. Solarian clinical tests take a massive amount of time to conclude. Luckily, the Eternal Cauldron project has brought us that precious time. Luckily, the Eternal Cauldron. In the end, the credit still goes to Yi. Where did it all go wrong? As your mentor, I thought you'd understand. So I'm guessing that might be in relation to... Yi didn't like something that was being brought up at that junction. Ah! Wasn't ready. I was almost ready. I did jump it, just not in time. A little too preoccupied with the lava floor. Oh, so many logs! There's a big time jump. The one that seemed to be about Yi not understanding was like 400 something. Foundation era, year 37, winter 215. That also is the thing. Era is something that I didn't really take into account. That probably accounts for the year being kind of reset to like 37. It's still unclear if one can be completely cured of Tan Hao, but there are no doubts regarding the effectiveness of the serum. Based on our reports, Tan Hao growth seems to have been suppressed in Dust Guardians who have received the serum. However, it is worth noting that a very small percentage of test subjects experience secondary mutations. A small percentage. These mutations have led the affected Solarians to take on a new form. What follows is a loss of sanity and an increase in violent behavior. This is a completely new development that will require further observation. Kinda hate that it keeps like taking me out of this menu. Foundation era, year 125, spring 527. Waking up from the soulscape over and over again has taken a toll on my body. Solarians exhibiting the secondary mutations, now referred to as mutants, very clever on your behalf, have demonstrated some incredible abilities. With the roots genes already present in Tan Hao, some mutants have been able to infect and devour part of the primordial roots. Due to the connection, these mutants are functionally immortal. Data corrupted. Why would she say that? Why would she just say data corrupted out of nowhere? What is wrong with her? Foundation era, year 259, summer 812. Damn Soulscape, my head feels like it's about to explode. Returning to our report, the mutants seem to exhibit some collective consciousness. They share information and act as a group to the point of being energy efficient and coordinated to an extreme degree. That's kinda nuts. This phenomenon goes beyond our traditional understanding of life forms. We may be on the cusp of discovering a whole new type of organism. Data corrupted. She said it again. The reason I'm not trying to say it, the dates as like month and like month to year is I'm assuming it's not like the same exact year thing. Foundation era, year 351. Date doesn't even matter for that one. We have concluded our clinical tests after no new qualitative changes were observed. 90% of those who received the serum failed to recover from Tan Hao. The remaining 10% turned into mutants. How are we supposed to find the solution? Honestly, I thought it was more of a mutant success rate. Like that many that got the serum turned into mutants. I guess it's nice that most of them just ended up not surviving, right? Honestly, the better outcome. I think it wasn't it implied that they were transforming? What's up with this little cubby? They were, oh, fuck, I was so close. It was implied that they were, that they were propagating. Wasn't ready for the fire. Oh, I'm burning! Good thing the fire doesn't hurt that much. Really need to stop charging at this point. Could I have not gone this way? Oh. I regret coming this way. Gonna look at the background. I think that's Agong Yi and I really don't want to be here. But it looks like we should probably unlock that afterwards. There's probably not much else to explore. It's not like we're gonna fight in here. Unless... Is it, like, not here? Or is it, like, guarded? I don't know what... This isn't, like, the soulscape for the characters, is it? Not specifically. I mean, it's just memories. And this is, very blank memories. Maybe this is where we boss fight? Yo, what up? So this is where you were hiding. You weren't easy to find. Really didn't expect to see you again, Yi. Yo, put your hat back on. I thought it was a cool hat. I'm sure you didn't enter my soulscape just to say hello. So this is actually their pod of where they, like, chilled. I guess it can form to be something else when they, don't want it to be weird glass world. Sure you didn't enter my soulscape just to say hello. No, I'm here to patch up my regrets. Have you forgotten already? We were separated in such a hurry. I didn't have time to properly say goodbye to my old mentor. What a sentimental disciple you are. It has been 509 years since we last parted, hasn't it? Back then, if I was able to convince you, things might not have developed this way. Spare me the empty speculation. If we could go back in time, I would simply behead you with my sword. I've watched you murder the souls one after the other. I don't even recognize you anymore behind your bloodlust. You were my favorite student, so curious about the world and eager to learn science. Don't you remember? You came up with the Eternal Cauldron and brought hope to all Solarians. That hope should not have been based on lies! People have a right to the truth. That's what you taught me. You're the one who betrayed everything you believed in. Wrong. As a scientist, I knew from the very beginning that it was important to solve problems in a practical manner. Truth and lies mean nothing compared to a Solarian's life. Forgive me for asking, but do you think Tan Hao will just disappear once you have taken all the soul seals? Or do you plan on waking everyone up just to die together back in Ping Lai? Overthrowing you and the council is a start. I believe there are things more important than mere survival. I don't feel like I'm on the track for pure revenge at this point, but I'm also not sure if I'm really grasping what the more important than mere survival is. But let's go with that one. Aww. Like what? What could be more important than staying alive? Without life, we all return to nothingness. I mean, if Yi actually takes the whole, like, return back to the roots thing, I have indeed made mistakes in the past. That's why I spent the last few centuries trying to make amends. Right now, I am the only one who can make things right, no matter how much you hate me. This is an indisputable fact. You're not in a position to say any of that. Did that strike a nerve? That's only because deep down, you know I'm right. Yi, are you doing this on behalf of all Solarians? Or is this a personal vendetta? Don't talk like you know me. That seems very, like, childish to say that. I'll just ... I don't think there's any meaning in continuing this idle chatter. I agree. Draw your sword. I won't lose to you this time. I mean, I probably will, like, a bunch of times. Hopefully not triple digits, but, you know, eventually I'll win. I admire your confidence, but don't forget, this is my soulscape. Do you recall the first key point from the Feng Shi art of war? All warfare is based on deception. Correct. You have always been an excellent pupil. Imagine if she flubbed that. Like, she's, you know, all high and mighty and, like, oh, I'm in charge, it's my soulscape. And then she just goes, excellent pupil, fricks, can I roll it back? I seized control of your nerve centers the moment you entered this realm. Dang, you can just do that? Maybe I should have thought about that. Even I didn't think you'd pull such a dirty trick. In fact, I was just thinking about how I would obtain the permissions to usher in the new era. The heavens must have sent you to assist me, and for that you have my gratitude. You planned this from the start. So then, those mutants... No way. There were many accidents along the way, but I finally understand the purpose of it all. Everything, including your betrayal, ended up working in my favor. Sleep peacefully, my child, for this nightmare is about to end. Yo, Yi, I know you probably wanted to have, like, a final confrontation, but wouldn't it have been easier to just, like, unplug her into Dreamscape? I can't imagine that's a great thing for, like, the brain. Drats. She tricked me. It's so weird to just end it on him being like, huh. Bummer. I guess technically I'm trapped here. That's the bummer. Like, I can't do anything. Yi. Hing? Is that you? I've been thinking about a lot lately. What do you mean? Why are you here? I'm sorry, but I can't leave with you. My memories... What did you say? I'm not going with you. I want to stay. What happened? What's making you say such a stupid thing? I'm serious. You'll die if you stay here. Don't you know that? I know, but I can't imagine my life ending anywhere other than in Penglai. I mean, we kind of... Based on, like, the last handful of flashbacks, we kind of assumed this was what happened. At New Kunlun, we'll find a way to end this virus. You won't have to fear Tan Hao. But ultimately, we're all mortal, and I hope to complete my journey within the Great Tao. Wait. There you go again with that gibberish. Do you not want to live anymore? Of course I want to live. How could I not want to spend the rest of my days with you? But Yi, I don't want to run away. Life and death are a part of an inseparable whole. We must live well, and be willing to accept death's embrace when it inevitably... I can't talk too. Inevitably comes. Back then, the primordial roots extended your life. The one that saved me was my mentor. Why do you think I worked so hard to study science for all these years? I thought you of all people would understand. Is that really all that the, Rhizomatic thing did? Was like, I'll just shove some metal in there and he'll think that's what did it and not the roots. Why would you betray me like this? I've always saved the best of everything for you. No, you just assumed what I wanted. You never bothered to ask me. You keep saying it's all for me, but really, it's always been about what you want. Huh. So everything I've done up to now was just my own wishful thinking. I get it now. Is that what's been going through your head? I should have known. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. I think you made your point loud and clear. Let me do the same. I will come back to visit one last time before takeoff. If after giving it some thought, you still decide not to come, then you're gone to me and I never had a little sister. Dang, that's a bit too harsh, isn't it? What? How could you say something like that? You're all I have left. I'd rather forget about you than approve of you rotting with the rest of the lunatics on Ping Lai.
What so?
Why? Doesn't matter. You're not at fault and I'm not at fault. I think you might be a little at fault, Yi, to be honest. Yes, none of us were at fault. We just made different choices. But you never came back. Why? Why did you leave me behind? I didn't... When the curtain falls, none of us are really at fault. Boss rush? We are souls. I like how, outshining all species, never to be extinguished. Leeching off bygone glory to fuel our brilliance. We are survivors. Our feverish flames have failed to forge hope, inflicting blistering pain with each searing embrace. We are martyrs. Working in vain, painting our colors across the sky over and over again, probing and feeling. Night descends and our light is already faded. Right and wrong fade away in the twilight. The sky is getting dark. No one's at fault, for we are only souls. I like how, Fuxi looked normal. Appreciate that. What a game. Can't believe it ended like that. No final boss fight. Just a somber ending. The light is flickering in. I knew you were here, Yi. Yo, is that my boy? Aren't you excited for dinner tonight? Yi, you're finally awake. Is that you, Xuan? Can you hear me, Yi? Where have you been? We were attacked. The Four Seasons Pavilion? How? Are you in danger? Those metallic monsters suddenly came in and... Ah! Wait, I think they're back. Find a place to hide, quickly. Xuan? Xuan, are you there? Answer me. Character bio. Oh, okay. One of the 10 souls in the council and head of the research center. Aigong holds the most prestige in the Tandao Council. She is the council's de facto leader and Yi's mentor. I don't think I recognize the, like, 5 people. This is just goo. Oh, so many logs. Foundation era, forget it, doesn't matter anymore. I've looked over all my past research data. Perhaps there was something we didn't account for. Why were we even researching immortality in the first place? Data corrupted. Again, it really should just keep us in the menu to go to the next log. Or even, like, I don't know, why even bother separating the logs? No. There has to be an explanation, and I will find the answer. Scientific questions always yield answers. I must have missed something crucial. There are Solarians in their soulscapes just waiting for me to save them. All my sacrifices will eventually pay off. That's right. I've been a fool. The mutations are the key. To think that I wasted all this time. The existence of the mutants gives us a whole new paradigm to view life in our universe. Data corrupted. So, like, just make it like a conglomeration, a giant goo creature, because they communicate with themselves. So she's like, yeah, let's do that. So the fact that, like, only 10% turned into mutants was probably something that she fixed in her viewpoint. Data corrupted. Cool, I like that one. To make it more, propagate more. I finally understand. Tanhao was never supposed to be a disaster. It's a trial and a gift from the universe to all Solarians. The mutations will allow Solarians to unlock the next stage in our evolution. This is my destiny, to lead all Solarians towards their immortal futures. How incredibly profound. It's something, alright.